Hello, and welcome to another newsletter from Construction Programs and Results Incorporated. I'm Michael Stone, and the bandages on my face are covering some surgery I had done last week to remove a small spot of cancer on my nose. I didn't like the idea of taping with bandages, but Mrs. Stone says the show must go on, so here we are. Our first 1-hour online class is next week. The subject for this discussion will be estimating errors. We'll talk about the things that salespeople or estimators do that cost them their profits on the jobs that they contract for. On October 2nd, our 2-day intensive class will be on let's start that again. Our October 2-day intensive class will be on October 29th and 30th this year. This is a 12-hour class over 2 days. The first day, we will review an $88,000 bathroom remodel and review your overhead and profit needs. And then the second day, we will review the profit and loss statements and how to set them up, your contracts, change work orders, punch list, your sales call procedure, and then finish up the day with a review of some math formulas to help you stay on target to meet your company goals for the year. Now here's an interesting statistic for you. Over the last 6 years, over 99% of the attendees to this class are still in business. That tells you that you will get some really good business information if you attend. Now, our newsletter for this week. The title is Remodeling Sales. A business owner in the United Kingdom asked a question that illustrates that sales challenges are the same regardless of your location. Our contractor friend wrote, "Dear Michael, a great big hello from the team. I hope you, Devin, and your family are keeping safe and well. I've devoured Markup and Profit, a contractor's guide, about 6 times, and am currently listening to your Profitable Sales audiobook. I listen in my work van every day, and I learn so much. I'm enjoying implementing your advice on my sales call and have converted to wearing a shirt and tie. Having said that, I hope I can seek your wisdom on my current situation. Last week, I visited a husband and wife who are set to build a new home designed by a local architect. For our small business, this is a big job. It's a large house, around 800,000 pounds. However, I won't be certain of a price until my quantity surveyor has done the calculations. I met the clients, spent a couple of hours with them, went into detail about their project, asked lots of questions, including what do you want to do? When do you want to do it? What are you looking for in a contractor? And the clients revealed they were seeking a quote from ourselves and another local contractor. But when the discussion inevitably turned to budget and what they're looking to invest to build the house, they skirted around the issue. I explained due to the size of their build, we want to provide a firm price, so there are no surprises down the track. Although we can include allowances for some items, the selections they make determine the cost of the project, and this will involve several meetings between ourselves and engaging our subcontractors and suppliers to provide quotes. I also explained that without knowing their budget, this is what normally happens. We'll put together an estimate only to hear that your price is too high, or in the worst case, never hear from the client again. So time, energy, and resources are wasted trying to hit a target we can't see. Knowing their budget makes the estimating process run smoothly, and in the event our quality surveyor calculates a price that's outside their budget, we can immediately explore alternatives. I gave them time to think about a budget and to let me know. This morning, I received this email. With regards to budget cost, we don't really want to state a figure to you because we are quite flexible in terms of budget and would rather have the right desired product. For example, If a preliminary sum of 8,000 pounds was allowed for the kitchen and we chose one at 14,000, we would just sign off the extra at the time. And likewise with electrics and bathrooms, etc. If all the trades were broken down and we wanted to put in fancy light switches, etc., we realize this would be an extra and we hope this makes sense. Kind regards, customer. How would you respond? Would you try a different tact, i.e. helping them out by providing ranges for their build, medium, high, and then low? In profitable sales, you speak extensively about the importance of having a client's budget in order to design a project that fits their vision. However, our challenge is, if a house has already been designed by an architect and we simply receive the plans, how do you convince a customer to divulge their budget to get the job built? Your thoughts would be greatly appreciated. That's the end of his note, and here are my thoughts. It sounds like a great sales presentation. This young man is focusing on his business skills and is willing to put in the time and effort to make his business successful. You need their budget, even if they already have plans. For all you know, the person who created the plans didn't know the budget either, and the design might be more than the owner can afford. And that's most often the case. As the one who will build this job, it's your job to give them an idea of what the project will cost. Offer the 3 price ranges, medium, high, and low, and ask them to pick the range that best suits them. On a project like this, it's probably smart to set a callback to give you time to come up with a rough guesstimate. You need to present ranges that are within 5 to 10% of what the final project could be based on the current design. I need a few days. Is it okay if I return on Tuesday? I can let you know then the price ranges for a project like this, and you can select the range that best suits the investment you would like to make. Now that gives you time to rough out what you think the project might run. You're not creating a complete estimate. You're using your experience and best guess to come up with a possible range. When you return, present the 3 ranges and don't say another word until they respond. If they won't select a range, ask them to call you after they set the budget. Excuse yourself and leave. You won't be able to convince them otherwise. Too many salespeople fall into the trap of putting the estimate together, putting in a lot of time and energy to do for free what they think it takes to be selected. They justify this approach by saying they don't want to alienate the potential client. I did the same thing when I was getting started, and guess what? It never resulted in a sale. That's when I learned to set the parameters under which I was willing to work and stick to them like glue. I have never regretted that decision. Every client knows what they want to spend on their project, regardless of what they say, and they know to the penny. They might tell you that they're flexible, but that's only because they don't want to answer your question. They have a budget, and you'll know you've exceeded that budget when you create the estimate, give them that number, and then hear that your price is too high. That's when you realize you've wasted time on a project that probably won't be built anyway. A good salesperson takes charge of the sales call, getting the 4 basic questions answered, and moving on to either a design agreement or letter of intent. You should make, on average, 1 sale in every 3 leads. If your sales ratio is 1 in 5 or 1 in 6, you need to improve your sales skills. If you're selling every job or every other job, you're selling on price, and your price is almost certainly too low. We talk about all this in detail in Profitable Sales, a Contractor's Guide, and you can find that book on our website. Protect your time, get comfortable with walking away and moving on to the next job when it's necessary. You won't make every sale, and you will save yourself a lot of time and a lot of heartache. Thank you for watching, and may the profits be with you.